Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome once again to another live stream. In the virtual studio is the delightful Karen Bashford, an empowerment mentor. And today we're talking about something that's probably close to the hearts of a good many of you, which is how can we try and assure that, as far as we can do, that 2025 is going to be successful and bountiful and plentiful. And as it's the title of today's podcast is manifesting specifically for 2025. So I suppose it behooves me to ask you, what do you mean by manifesting, Karen?
Okay, so we set goals, but how often do we actually achieve those goals and then beat ourselves up because we don't?
Well, often the latter part.
Yeah. Manifestation is very much about having an intention of what you want to achieve rather than a set goal. Because when you manifest, you're actually just putting that intention out, and you vibrate at an energy level. When you have an intention, you're actually vibrating at that intention. So it's a bit, I suppose you could class woo-woo, but I don't consider it, because we are energetic beings. We naturally vibrate, just as everything on this planet does. So if you're choosing something that you can really connect with, you are going to vibrate to create.
Right. So,
and it's as simple as that. You are vibrating at a rate to create.
So how do I know? How do I make that work? I mean, it's all very well talking about these things, but actually turning it into real practice is the hard bit.
Well, in my book, How to Be Imperfectly Perfect, there is instructions on how to manifest, and there's 5 steps, and that is to decide what you really would love in your life. Now, most of us will go by thought process. I very much believe that if you connect to a vision, which comes from a meditation or a process that's similar to a meditation, you will connect to what you really desire in your heart. In doing that, because you have that connection to it, you're more inclined to make it happen. Whereas the goal is just something you think of. We all follow this rule that says we should have. An intention isn't a should. An intention and a vision is what you truly desire. So you have this intention and outcome in mind. You use your imagination. So you actually step into what you would truly love. So you walk yourself through what it would feel like, what it would look like, what would be involved, who would be included, and such like. But you never ever set a time frame, because it doesn't work when you set a time frame. What I've discovered in doing this with many of my clients and for myself is that if you don't have a time frame, it can happen a lot quicker.
All right.
Which is nice to know, rather than sitting there patiently waiting on praying and all the rest of it.
Well, it's the watch kettle thing, isn't it?
Yes.
If you spend all your time staring at waiting for it to happen, it most likely will take an age to happen. Whereas if you don't, I guess it's also about relative time, isn't it? You don't notice the time so much if you're not staring at the bloody pot.
Definitely. And the great thing about the intention is it can be bigger than you expect.
Right.
Simply because the way the universe works, and we all connect with the universe and the source energy, the way it works is if you've got that intention and you've let go of that intention, so you've said what you want. So for me, it was like getting awards this year. I let go of that intention of getting those awards. I just let it unfold. And opportunities come in that allowed me to get an award this year. I just let go of it. I didn't know when it was going to happen. It could have happened yesterday, or it could have happened at the beginning of the year. Luckily, it happened sort of mid-year, but I didn't know. But it was a really good award. I was actually given the award for a business influencer, which is phenomenal when you consider what I do. That to me was brilliant. And the company nominated me. I was not nominated. The company actually nominated me.
That's quite something else.
Yes. Yes.
It's quite an achievement. Did you find that it was, I mean, could you see it coming? That's the question.
No, I had no idea. It was totally out the blue. Totally out the blue.
Right.
So I had no idea. I just put out that I wanted an award. And that's what turned up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how it works.
So you can't predict that when it's going to happen, but you're putting the stuff in place so it does. Is that it?
Yeah. I've been saying for years that I've wanted to move somewhere hot and I've never known where I wanted to go.
Yes.
As you well know, this year I suddenly got, you can't go to Egypt because it's not practical, but let's go find somewhere else. Cyprus. And it was literally a case of Cyprus it is. I'm in Cyprus. I've made that decision. But all I'd done for years was say, I want to know where I want to move to. That's all I'd been saying for years. But the opportunity hadn't been there for that to happen because of my commitment to my mother. But all of a sudden, I didn't have that commitment. It's gone. And suddenly, I'm off to Cyprus next year.
Yes, quite right.
So that's how it works.
Quite amazing, really.
Yes. But that's the thing about having that vision is you're connecting to what you really want rather than what you think you want. When you connect to what you really want, you're coming from a place of love, and love is always in everything you do. So why shouldn't you create? Why shouldn't you manifest what you truly want?
Oh, quite right. But so you're saying this is to do with, at the base of it, love?
Yeah, we are of love, and love is in our heart. We should be loving ourselves and we should be loving our lives. A lot of us don't know because we do not realize that we're capable of doing so. We've disconnected from our emotions because of circumstances. I'm the first to admit my emotions were totally disconnected because I was protecting myself. And so many of us would do that. We would disconnect from our emotions. But when you reconnect, you become a phenomenal creator of your life.
Wow.
And it's a case of just letting go, as I did, and as many of my clients do. It's like, I want this, but I'm not going to focus on it. I'm just going to take the actions to live my life effectively and how I need to live it and just let it happen. So
you've used manifesting of this kind before in your own life, yes?
Absolutely. I live by it. I'm a very good manifester. Even before I'd done all the work on myself, I could still manifest. I was still able to create things for myself, but not at the level that I'm now doing because that my heart is open and I'm willing to give love and receive love.
So it's about setting the tone, if you like. You need to be in a mindset where you're willing for stuff to happen.
Yes, you need to trust that it can happen. And the only person that will let you down is you. The universe won't let you down. Other people won't let you down. You'll let yourself down because you do not trust yourself enough to create an opportunity or to bring people to you that will help you create what you want.
Right.
You come to me. I was looking for somebody who could help me, and you just were in the right space at the right time for me. I'd known you. but I wasn't ready to work for you until a certain time. But I had that intention that I needed somebody to work with.
Yes, because when I think back, it's kind of odd is the wrong word, but it happened in a very organic way.
Yes.
We'd known each other for a while, and then yeah.
Out the blue, I said, I want to work with you.
Yes, it was a bit out of the blue. Actually,
Totally.
It wasn't like I'd been chasing you and saying, "Quick, Karen, please, Karen," and but suddenly there we were, and so once did you know you needed someone like that to work with before you?
I'd had that intention of wanting help.
Right.
That's all I'd put out, is I'd wanted help.
So
what that help was, I didn't know. No, I just knew I needed help.
You make yourself open to the possibility.
It's all about possibilities and being open to seeing the opportunities that those possibilities can bring you.
All right,
and the thing about it is you've got to let go. You've just got to let go and trust that it's all going to unfold as it needs to. I could have tried to work with you months ago and it wouldn't have worked. It had to work at the right time.
Right.
And everything works in that way where manifestation is concerned. It will only come to you in the right time. But it's always better than you imagine.
Wow. Because I mean, I've had a bit of an up and down towards the end of the year. So how do I manifest for 2025 that I'm going to get new, interesting clients who enjoy working with me as much as I enjoy working with them?
Well, you can always come on my intuitive vision workshop.
Well, that's one way of doing it.
The other way. Sorry.
Is there certain things I should be thinking about or saying at this stage?
Yes, definitely. Stop worrying about 2024. Acknowledge it's been done and dealt with. You can't change what has happened.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I do.
All you can do
that over a lot. Yes.
Yeah. You can't change it. All you can do is to take the lessons that you need to go through to end 2024 with. So for me, it was a lesson that I trusted somebody. It taught me something. And that was a VA that basically I went against my own natural instincts. And it didn't work out. But it was a lesson in itself because I realized quite the kind of person I needed to work with rather than just a VA. Now I've got a brilliant one. She's absolutely phenomenal. But it was a lesson I had to learn. But I'm not going to beat myself up because things went wrong. I'm acknowledging that there was something within that lesson, and it was to choose people wisely and to trust myself totally. I was going through one of those moments of, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here.
I think we all do that.
Yeah, precisely. And I made a mistake. But it was a mistake that I had to learn from. And as I say, now I'm working with a phenomenal VA. She's just absolutely brilliant. I can say to her, I want this, this, and this, and she'll just get on and do it. That's the kind of person I want to work with. I don't want to be, having been micromanaged, I don't want to be doing that to somebody. I want to know that if I give an instruction and say what I want, if there's any questions, come back and ask me. Otherwise, just get on with it. But that's the kind of thing you want to be looking for, is having that clarity of what you want.
Yeah, so it's about refining exactly what your requirements actually are.
For clients, yes, definitely, and for working with people. As to what you want externally, so things you want to bring into your life, it doesn't have to be that detailed. I certainly would never ever classify anything by saying it's got to be doing this or they've got to be able to do this or whatever. I just have this idea of the kind of person I would love to work with, whether it's working with me or whether it's a client that I'm working with, I have an idea of what they want. It's a bit like we go for the avatars.
Yes.
But you don't break it down so tiny that it's so restrictive.
People seem to advise that you break it down to what toothpaste they use and you know what is their favorite color and stuff like that. And I'm thinking that you could be missing out a whole bunch of really amazing people to work with by narrowing it too far.
Yeah, and you know, if you want a partner, what do you expect from that partner in the sense of what kind of relationship would you like with them? But I certainly wouldn't suggest to anyone to describe they've got, unless you absolutely hate beards, as you'll go on, I'm not taking it out on you. But if you're a woman that doesn't like a man with a beard, for God's sake, don't say, I don't want a beard. Put, I want clean shaven. Because the instant you use the word don't, you're creating what you don't want. So it's always coming from the positive. Be aware of what you don't want, acknowledge that, but let that one go. But focus on the positives. Wow. And it's exactly the same in any aspect of your life.
So now you mention your workshop.
Yeah.
There we go. 31st December, 10 to 12:30. There is the link. I'm actually, what I'm going to do is I might take that off and create a short link for it so people can get there nice and easily. What's going to be on that workshop? So,
okay, we will start with acknowledging 2024, and whatever hasn't worked for you, we will release it from your energy. So it's done and dusted. And then we will focus on what was positive and what you want to take into 2025. And then we will do a small meditation which will align your chakras, because when they're all aligned, your vision is even more powerful than it already could be. And then we'll go through the vision. And from the vision, you'll then get your intentions, and you'll also get a plan of action, which will not be detailed, but you'll have it set into your future.
There we go. Right, I've created a short link. So it's actually, if you go to tinyurl.com/vision workshop 2025, there, that's much easier to go for. And I think what I might do as well while I'm here is create a quick QR code, which I'm going to let's see if we can. Where's that vision workshop? Lovely. Which I'm going to pop up on the screen in a second, so that people have got something they can quickly go to. So let me do that now. So what I'm going to do, where the beautiful drawing is at the top, I'm just going to replace that temporarily with a QR code. If you guys scan that QR code where you're sitting right now, it'll take you straight through to that same link, and then you can put yourself on. It's going to be well worth it, especially if, like me, you want to be absolutely certain that your prow is pointing in exactly the right direction to maximize the year. So there it is. All right. So do try the Intuitive Vision New Year's resolutions versus New Year's resolutions as a vision board workshop on the 31st of December from 10 till 12:30. And thank you once again, Karen, for helping me get a clearer mind. I certainly think it will be helpful for everybody at this time of year. Until next time, I wish you all well. And remember, just keep your feet on the ground, but using a vision board workshop like this, keep reaching for the stars. Until next time we speak, take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye.